So let me get this straight. Y'all are scared to purchase a home because it requires too much responsibility. But you will commit to a 7-year car note with the 18% interest rate. That little Nissan Sentra with the transmission noise already. That's crazy. The crazy thing is that it's not that y'all don't want to commit. It's that y'all don't want to commit to the right shit. Y'all would rather commit to the wrong shit. A mortgage builds equity. That car you just put that down payment on, or that car you just drove off the lot, it depreciates. It holds no value.
Tell me she's not a real estate agent without saying she's a real estate agent. This whole lie about home ownership is just ridiculous, man. And we're all smarter than that, right? There's so many people though who are falling for that trap into looking at a home as an investment. Now, first, let me just say this. Okay, let me just say this. She's talking about people are dumb enough, or not, well, she didn't say dumb, but essentially what she's saying, to buy a car, with 17, 18% interest rate for 7 years. Okay, that is not a good decision. But I definitely understand someone that might do that. Might be a quote unquote dumb option. But yo, if your credit's shot and you have no other way of getting a car and you need that for transportation, then it is what it is, right? You are going to get a car like that. Now it's only a mistake though for 7 years, and you're using that car hopefully to get a job and whatnot. No one's looking at a vehicle as an appreciating asset. Okay. So at least if it's a dumb mistake, it's a 7 year dumb mistake. And then after that, you're good. But home ownership is a big commitment, right? It's an extremely big commitment. And obviously, she's a real estate agent because she's trying to sell that. And to me, she's not a good real estate agent. That is a bad real estate agent because if you're comparing home ownership to someone that has a car, a 7 year car note with 17, 18% interest rate, then obviously their credit is not that great. So getting a house it's not going to be possible. And if it is, the interest rate for the house is equally going to be high. So it's going to be extremely expensive. But let's just address the whole investment side of it and the equity side of it. If a real estate agent is pitching the idea to you about just equity and appreciation, and that's all they're talking about for a home, then that's not a real estate agent that you want. Because when it comes to buying a house, guys, a house, okay, we all want to maintain the value of our home, no doubt. We all want that. But the most important thing is your lifestyle and if you could afford it, right? If that fits your lifestyle and you are happy with the house and you want the house for your lifestyle, by all means, go for it. That is by far the best choice to buy a house. So right now, with the mortgage rates being so high and the cost of homes being so high, it's not the opportune moment for so many people right now to get a mortgage. It's not because there is a lot that's involved with getting a house. Property taxes, homeowners insurance. There's so many things, repairs. You want to remodel. There's so many things that's associated with buying a house. Because remember, a house is decaying and you're spending all this money to slow down the process of decaying. That's it. And I just hate the fact that all these real estate agents are saying this is equity. It's not true, man, because it's not guaranteed, number one. And also, if you truly want to have an asset that's appreciating, might as well buy stock. If you're buying stock or index fund, right? S&P 500 index fund, all you're doing is you put the money in and let it do its thing. And you continue living your life how you live in your life. Then dollar cost averaging every 2 weeks, you start putting money in, let it build, and you grow wealth, and that's it. But to just act like a home is your primary wealth builder, that's not necessarily true. Now, it could you could supplement it, right, to become that. But if that's your primary residence, you have to stop looking at it as an investment because it's not. There is no other investment. We have to pay property taxes, homeowners insurance, all this money to just maintain it. There is none. And for some people, it's not feasible at the moment. Now, once again, I'm not anti home ownership. I think everyone should own a home, but should do it the right way, right? Do it the right way. Put a nice down payment. Make sure your mortgage payment is below 25% of your monthly income because you don't want to become house poor. You don't want to have to work just for your mortgage. You don't want to be a mortgage slave. You want to do things the right way. And the people that get screwed is the ones that skip steps. And they keep on listening to people like that, like her, who was obviously an agent, saying, get a house because that's the way to build wealth and to build equity. And then they start pitching the idea later on, like, you know what? Maybe you could take some of that equity, take it out and pay off your debt, or just take that equity. And you know what I mean? Like playing all these games when it comes to home ownership. And that's just the hugest lie. Now, renting is not fun. But at least with renting, if you don't like where you're living, you can get up and you can leave. Right? You can get up and you can leave. That's the number one thing with renting that's important is you have the security to get up and leave. But home ownership, it's not that simple. You can't just sell your house tomorrow. It takes a long time to sell your house. So it's just like, please, I just need people to just really pay attention to this. The house is not an investment, it's a lifestyle choice. And if that fits your lifestyle, then go for it. If you like the neighborhood, you like the school area, you have a family at the school, close to your job, like you just like your area where the point is where the value of your house might not be going up as much as you want, it might go down a bit. You're still happy because you could afford those payments, you could afford to take care of the house. You're still happy. But if you're there, man, getting a house, just like home equity, the value, that's not a way of living. Because when it's all said and done, if you own a portfolio fund that has an S&P 500, right, you invest, and you have a house, when you sell, right, the portfolio, so you liquidate it, all that money is yours to spend to do what it is that you want to do with it. But with a house, when you sell that house, the cash that you get from it, or from all that equity, and obviously when you pay off the rest of your mortgage, is yours, but not where you're going to live. Either you're going to rent or you're going to buy another house. That money comes out and right back into something else. So you don't fully get to enjoy that equity. Now, unless you downgrade your lifestyle or you move to a lower cost living area, that's great. But you might not want to. You just might not want to. But once again, once you have an investment, a portfolio, once you sell that, you can do whatever it is you want with that money. So, guys, let me know how you think about it. Do you think buying a home is really important and that's just the number one wealth builder? Or do you feel like buying a home is extremely overrated and you do it only when you can? Drop a comment down below, guys. I really want to hear it. And at the same time, hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace.